Hello there, everybody. Spokane Steve here, and it's time once again for Strat-O-Matic Baseball. We got quite a few people here already. Hello there, Frank. Hi, Franklin. Ben. Hello there, Mike and Mike. Kelly. Kenyon. Hello. Good crowd on hand already. I haven't even sat down yet. Okay, I just sat down. And it looks like, hang on here, Frank is for the Pirates today. Anyone else? I'm going to grab my coffee. And we'll go over the pregame numbers here. Kind of a weird Monday. I had some issues today that I won't go into, but crap that's really pissed me off. So I'm trying to pull out of it and get focused on the game here. Get ready to have a little fun for 90 minutes or so. Hello there, Bill. Okay. Pittsburgh at Houston, we know that. Two contenders, right? The biggest surprise of all. Okay, this is the fourth of a four-game series. The Astros are looking for the sweep here. Pirates trying to salvage one in the Dome. Pirates just a game out of first at 24-16. Houston in fourth place, now just 3.5 back. Thanks to their three-game winning streak, all against Pittsburgh. So who saw that coming? Certainly not me. Whoops. Okay, that's not what I want. First rookie draft for one of my keeper leagues is this Saturday, and I don't even know who 2/3 of these guys are. These would be rookies, players who weren't carded last year, or players who weren't on a team last year, went undrafted for one reason or another. Anyway, yeah, I've got to crack the books and get studying on some of these guys. Oh my goodness. Vern Law will start for Pittsburgh. This young wonder kid, 19-year-old Larry Dierker on the mound for Houston. Law has no decision so far, 0-0. He has made 3 starts, a 4.43 earned run average and 20 innings of work. For Dierker, 2-2 with a 2.52. This will be his 8th start. He has 1 complete game. We can flip him over here. You'd have to clearly give the edge to Dierker as far as starting pitcher today. That doesn't mean the whole thing, of course. Heck, for one game, for one isolated game, it really means very little, as we've already seen time and time again, and we're on game 392. All right, coffee's tasting good. Let's go over the Pirates lineup for today. Matty Alou leads it off in center field. Gene Alley is at shortstop. Manny Mota will be in left field hitting third. Willie Stargell at first base in the cleanup spot. Roberto Clemente in right field. Of note, Roberto Clemente, since coming back from a minor injury, has batted 5th. Before he went missing from the lineup, he was hitting third. Bill Mazeroski bats 6th at second base. Jim Pagliarone will do the catching. Bob Bailey is at third, and Law, the pitcher, a good hitting pitcher, hitting 9th. Houston defensively has Bateman catching. Around the infield, it's Gentile, Morgan, Jackson, and Aspromani. And May, Wynn, and Staub in the outfield from left to right. And with that, we're ready to begin play here on a Monday. And Matty Alou will start things off. Alou, 317 on the season, no home runs, 11 RBIs, left-handed hitter. Durker gets the sign, and here we go on a 6-4 lefty, a grounder to third base X. That's going to be Aspromani. A 2E18, good third baseman. Here's the play on a 15. He's there and throws him out, and we are underway on a 5-3X. Matty Alou retired. And up steps Gene Alley. Alley, of course, the leading hitter on this ball club at 375. Man, that's something. 1 homer, but 19 RBIs. Durker into the windup. The pitch to Alley's a 3-7 righty. Right in the heart of his good column. He lofts one to straightaway center. Wynn barely has to move. And makes the catch for out number 2. That's going to bring up Manny Mota, hitting 326 so far. 1 home run, 8 RBIs for Manny. Durker, the windup and the pitch. It's a 2-12 righty. It's a high fly ball to deep left field. Going back is Lee May at the track at the wall. Leaps at the wall, and it's gone. Home run, Manny Mota. How about that? On a 2-12. 1-12, he rolls the 11. That's just home run number 2 on the season for Mota, and it gives the Pirates an early 1-0 lead. So here's Willie Stargell now. Stargell hitting 281, 9 home runs, and a team-leading 28 runs batted in. Durker rubbing up a new ball now. He's set. Gets the sign from Bateman. Here's the pitch on a 3-5 righty. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. Stargell, a big cut, comes up with nothing but air, and that will do it in the first for the Pirates. But they get a run on 1 hit, a Manny Mota home run. After half an inning of play, it's Pittsburgh 1, Houston coming to bat. I hear you, Ben. I'll tell you, the thing that jumped out at me was the running. I saw him, later in his career when he was basically a pinch hitter for Los Angeles. Apparently, he had really good speed in his younger day. All right, hang on. I gotta... This thing's a little out of whack, isn't it? There we go. That's a little better. Okay. Vern Law getting ready to go to work, and we'll go over the Houston batting order. That's going to be Joe Morgan leading off at second. Sonny Jackson at shortstop bats second. Jimmy Wynn in center field. Jim Gentile is at first base in the cleanup spot. Rusty Staub in right field. Lee May will be in left. John Bateman doing the catching. Bob Aspromati down at third. And Durker, another pretty good hitting pitcher, in the 9 spot. Well, let's get them set up here for Vern Law. All right, it's Joe Morgan to start it off. Yeah, who can forget the scene from Airplane? Hello there, Rick. If I missed you before, welcome. Good to see you. Had to refresh. Well, hell, let's all refresh. I'm going to refresh mine, too, so I can see the bottom of the chat. Alrighty, Joe Morgan's going to lead it off here in the bottom of the first inning. Morgan comes in at 268, 3 home runs, 25 RBIs. Law into the windup. Pitch to little Joe's a 5-7, swung on and missed, strike 3. Law fans Joe Morgan. Here's Sonny Jackson now. Jackson at 297, 1 homer, 13 RBIs. Left-handed hitter. Law with the windup and the pitch on a 2-2 righty. That's going to be a pop-up on the right side. Mazeroski calling for it. And he'll put it away for out number 2. That'll bring up Jimmy Wynn. Wynn leading the club at 337. 11 home runs and 43 RBIs. All 3 of those numbers ranking among the league leaders. And here's the pitch from Vern Law. On a 1-8 right-handed, a ground ball to short, fielded by Gene Alley, over to Stargell, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Law. Win with that 1-8 right in the heart of his good column. I'm trying to warm up my hands. Weather about the same as it has been. Low 30s, the sun's out at least. Hello, Jeremiah, welcome. All right, here's Roberto Clemente to start things off as we move to the second. Roberto hitting .307, 6 homers, 22 RBIs. Durker into the windup. Here we go. It's a 3-3 right-handed deep fly ball to left. Backing up is Lee May, just shy of the track, hauls it in. So Clemente gave it a ride. It died out there in left field. And here's Bill Mazeroski. Welcome to Dan Mullen. A new face, I think. Anyway, Dan, welcome to the chat. Mazeroski comes in batting .309, 2 home runs, 22 RBIs. The Pirates as a team are hitting .294. Okay. That is impressive. Durker into the windup. The pitch to Maz is a .411 right-handed base hit up the middle. 1 out single for Mazeroski. Let's check the battery now. Durker with a +1 hold. Bateman a 0. Maz not really a threat to steal. He'd be a 14 not held though. And with Pagliarone up, he's going to try for it. 3 through 5, he's caught on a 12. 9, he does not get the lead. Pagliarone hitting .288. 4-4 right-handed is a fly ball to center field X. That's Jimmy Wynn. 3-E-10, Wynn going back on the ball. Here's the play on a 20. He makes a nice running catch for the out. Runner scoots back to first base. That's an 8X fly out to center, and here's Bob Bailey. There was a good one, that's for sure, Dan. Here's Bob Bailey now. Bailey hitting .325, 4 home runs, 17 RBIs. Durker from the stretch. That's going to be a 6-3 right-handed. It's a grounder to the pitcher, X. So Durker, a 4E15. Here's the play. On a 17 error range, it's a 5. Durker and E15, this could be trouble, and it is. That's going to be an error on Larry Durker. And Pagliarone will reach. We had a pitcher error yesterday, I think. We hadn't had one for a while. Seemed like we were having one every other game for a while there. Here's Law, a right-handed batter. Pretty good pitcher's hitting card, a 7 with N power. So Durker trying to get out of the jam now. The pitch is a 1-10, struck him out. Called strike 3 at the knees. And that'll do it for Pittsburgh in the second. No runs, a hit, 2 left on. And it's still 1-0. And here's Vern Law. The fumbling five. Yes, indeed. Pittsburgh's not batting. Pittsburgh in the field. Houston will send up Jim Gentile, followed by Staub and May, 3 left-handed hitters against Vern Law. Gentile, if I can find him here, hitting .265, 3 home runs, 20 RBIs. Astros hitting .277 as a team, by the way, with 47 home runs. So 2 very good offensive ball clubs today. Law into the windup. That's a 4-3 left-handed. That's going to be a grounder to the pitcher X. Law a 2E0. Here's the play. Good pitcher rating there. Error range. It's a 12 on a 0. He snares it, fires it over to first for the out, and there's 1 down. That's going to bring up Rusty Staub. Staub batting .315, 7 home runs, his 40 RBIs, second on the club to win, and also among the league leaders. The pitch from Law is a 1-9 right-handed, a ground ball wide to second. Mazeroski's there, spins and throws. He is out. And here's Lee May now. May hitting .280, 5 home runs, 18 RBIs. Law into the windup. That's going to be a 6-8 left-handed, a grounder to first base. Stargell will take it himself. And it's another easy inning for Vern Law. We've played 2. It's 1-0 Pirates. I have to say, I wasn't expecting a pitcher's duel today. Of course, you never are with these 2 fine-hitting teams playing, regardless of who the pitcher is. And as we move along to the 3rd inning, the Pirates will have the top of the order. Matty Alou to start it off. Grounder to third, his first time up. Still trying to warm up these hands. Here's Durker into the windup. The pitch to Matty's a 3-7 right-handed. Single on a 1 on a 19. That liner's stabbed at second by Morgan. So a line drive to second. 1 down, and here's Gene Alley. Alley 0 for 1. Durker into the windup. 2-6 right-handed. Grounder down to third base. 2-hopper. Aspromonte backhands it. Fires across to Gentile. And there's 2 away. And here comes Manny Mota. Mota single-handedly responsible for all of the scoring so far with a first inning solo shot. Durker into the windup. 110 right-handed. He pops him up on the left side. It'll be Sonny Jackson making the catch. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Durker. Hello there, Gerald. Welcome. How's it going? Hello, Perry. Yeah, happy Monday to everybody. Hopefully got the kinks out of my system with the Sunday game. That's typically how it goes. Things tend to be a little loosey-goosey on the Sunday game as I ease back into it. Okay, bottom of the third. Bottom third of the order for Houston with John Bateman leading it off. Bateman at .268. 5 home runs, 20 RBIs for the right-handed hitting catcher. Vern Law gets the sign from Pagliarone, and here's the pitch. It's a 3-6 righty, and that is banged into the left center gap. Alou chasing it down. Bateman rounds, heads for second, and he's in there with a leadoff double. That's going to bring up Aspromonte. Bob at .239, 3 homers, 17 RBIs. Law, I glance at the runner. Here's the pitch to the plate. 6-5 right-handed, grounder to shortstop X. That's going to be Alley. Alley, the Gold Glove winner that year. 2E17, and here's the play. On a 2, he's not going to get it. Knocks it down. He has no play. That's going to go as an infield single. He does keep it on the infield, which will force Bateman to hold up at third. But that would have been a tough play for anybody on a roll of a 2. Only a 1 would have made that play. And there's only one shortstop in this card set. You know who that is by now. It's Aparicio of Baltimore. Here's Larry Dierker now. He's a right-handed batter. 6 pitchers hitting card with N power. A C bunter. We're early in the game. We're going to roll for enter back. They will be back. What to do if you're Houston? To try to move Aspromani over. He's a C. That's what they're going to do. He squares to bunt. On a C, it's a 7. That's good enough to get the job done. So Dierker bunts Aspromani over to second. So now it's second and third. 1 out. And with Morgan up, I'm going to roll again for enter back. And they will pull the infield in now for Morgan. That's kind of how I was leaning, but I was on the fence. Okay, infield in, second and third. Joe Morgan at the plate, Sonny Jackson on deck. Vern Law gets the sign, full windup. Just little Joe on a 4-6 lefty. He's a ground ball to second base, so the infield in, that'll prevent a run. Mazeroski has it, looks the runner back, and throws him out. So the infield in saved a run right there. Now they'll push it back with 2 down for Sonny Jackson. Jackson 0 for 1. Vern Law with the pitch. It's a 5-2 left-handed. That is a high fly ball to right, but that's going to be a single. Jackson a weak versus righties. 5-2, of course, a homer to 12. In this case, it's single to 12. He rolls the 5. It's a 2-star single. Bateman will score. Right behind him is Aspromani, and Houston takes a 2-1 lead on a 2-run single by Sonny Jackson. Jackson with great speed. So let's take a look at that. Law with a fine -2 hold. Pagliarone a 0. That would make Jackson a 17. They're going to hold him at 15. And with 2 outs and Jimmy Wynn at the plate, he will not attempt the lead. They're going to let Wynn swing away. Largely because if they do steal, if Jackson were to steal second, in all likelihood, Pittsburgh would just put Wynn on here and take their chances with Gentile. So here's the pitch to Jimmy Wynn. That's going to be a 1-4, foul ball behind the plate. That's out of the picture, I know, but I'm going to slide it over where you can see it. That's flat on the table. It does count. It's a foul ball back of the plate. Pagliarone makes the catch, and that will retire the side. Houston, however, takes the lead with 2 runs on 3 hits and leaves a man. Let me get it in there nice and tight. Yeah, it's a 1-4. We played 3. It's 2-1 Houston. Houston, if you missed the start of the game, the Astros have won the first 3 games, surprisingly, of this series. Well, thank you very much, Frank. I appreciate that. It's going to be Stargell, Clemente, and Mazeroski for the Pirates in the 4th. Stargell struck out his first time against Larry Dierker. Dierker getting the sign from Bateman. Here's the pitch on a 1-7. Struck him out. Second time today Stargell has struck out. Right in the heart of his good column, too. Here's Clemente. Roberto 0 for 1. Dierker into the windup now. The pitch is a 1-9 right-handed. A little comebacker. Dierker knocks it down, picks it up, and flips it over to Gentile for the out. The 2 quick outs for Dierker, and here's Maz. Bill Mazeroski singled his first time up. Dierker into the windup. That's going to be a 4-3 right-handed. It's a hard hit ball to third. Aspromani on a short hop straightens up and throws to Gentile for the out. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Larry Dierker. So Dierker, other than the home run to Mota, has been very stingy today. Just 2 hits allowed. For Vern Law, he's only allowed 3 hits. But they all came in the same inning, the third. It'll be Gentile, Staub, and May for Houston in the bottom of the 4th. Jim Gentile 0 for 1. Vern Law gets the sign now from Pagliarone. Here's the windup on the pitch. It's a 1-4 right-handed ground ball to second base. It's Mazeroski, routine for Maz. One down, and here's Staub. Rusty 0 for 1. He bounced to Maz in his first time up. Vern Law into the windup. The pitch is a 2-7 right-handed. It's another ground ball to Mazeroski. He has that one and throws him out. So that's the 4th ground ball to Mazeroski. And if I'm Houston, I'm thinking, you may want to hit it to somebody else. Rather than the consensus best fielding second baseman of all time, right? Here's Lee May now, 0 for 1. Vern Law gets the sign. Pitch to Lee's a 6-8 left-hander. That's a grounder to first base. Stargell to his right picks it. Underhands to Law covering, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Law. Yeah, right. I know that song, Franklin. For the life of me, I can't remember who did it, though. I should know that. When somebody says it, I'll be going, oh shit, because it'll be obvious. Good game through 4, 2-1 Astros. Anybody's game, as the bottom third of the Pittsburgh order will come to bat here in the 5th. Jim Pagliarone will start it off. He's 0 for 1. As Dierker gets the sign from Bateman. The pitch to Jim is a 5-7 right-handed. That's a grounder to second base X. That's going to be Morgan. 3E30, Morgan to his left. On a 20, he's there. Flips it over to Gentile, 1 away. Nice play, little Joe. Morgan, of course, who had become a one-range second baseman for many years later in his career. 3E30 for now. That's who it is. Thank you, Frank. Yep, and I'm thinking exactly what I said. Here's Bailey, reached on an error his first time. Dierker with the windup. Pitch to Bailey's a 6-7 right-handed. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's number 4 for Bailey. I mean for Dierker. For Bailey. Number 4 for Dierker, and here's Law. Law struck out his first time. Dierker with the windup. The pitch is a 4-6 right-handed, and he loses him. Ball 4 outside, and he walks the pitcher. So Law takes first on the 2-out walk. And it'll be Matty Alou. Matty 0 for 2 today. Durker checks the runner. The pitch is a 6-3 left-handed. It's a grounder to the pitcher X. 4E15. Tough play for Durker. Has one error today already, and on a 4 on an E15, he makes another one. So the second error of the game for Durker. Law, it's to second, and Alou to first. I saw them in I think I saw them that same year. It was a day on the green. It might have been a year later. Might have been 83. Anyway, it was a day on the green in Oakland. It was Maiden, Judas Priest, Loverboy, and Foreigner. First and second, 2 down. Here's Gene Alley. Gene 0 for 2 on the day. Hello, Dave Little. Durker with the pitch on a 3-10 right-handed. That's going to be a double to 4 on this 12. It's a 2-star single, and the Pirates have tied it up here in the 5th. An unearned run for Pittsburgh. Law comes all the way around to score. Alou headed for third, and he'll stop there. Alley now a star 15 base stealer, +1 battery, 16. And he's going to be held on at 14 with 2 away, and Manny Mota coming up. They won't try for the lead. They'll let Mota swing. He already has a home run today. So a 2-2 game in the 5th. Runners at the corners, 2 down. Durker's pitch to Manny Mota on a 4-8. That is banged over May's head in left field. Mota got a hold of that one. May trying to run it down. Alou can walk home. It's a 2-star double, so Alley holds at third. It's an RBI double for Mota, his second RBI of the game. And Pittsburgh takes the lead here, 3-2, excuse me. That's awesome, Franklin. I think it was Bill Graham. What do you know what year that was, Franklin? I did see the Stones once. It was way back in 1975. Here's Stargell now. Clemente to follow. Temporarily thinking about momentary thought of putting Stargell on, but with Clemente on deck, pick your poison. And Durker has struck Stargell out both times, so he's going to face Stargell. Runners at second and third. Here's the pitch on a 3-6. He struck him out, and it's the hat trick for Stargell. Again, caught looking. So Stargell having a rough time of it against Durker. Pittsburgh takes the lead with 2 runs. On 2 hits, they leave 2. I saw Scorpions once, too. And I'm going to take a short break and use the restroom. I'll be right back. Alrighty, I'm back. Flip that heater down while I was at it. Get that out of the way now. I was already up. I can't even imagine Gary Puckett in 1999. Alrighty. Good one so far. Back and forth battle. The Pirates opened with a run in the first on a Mota home run. The Astros took the lead with 2 runs in the third. In the top of the fifth, the Pirates came right back with 2 to retake the lead. Durker just a 6 for endurance. Vern Law a 7. And it'll be the bottom third of the Houston order in the bottom of the fifth. Bateman will lead it off. He doubled and scored his first time up. Law gets his sign now. Here's the windup and the pitch on a 3-11 right-handed. He bangs a base hit into left field, and John Bateman 2 for 2 today. Here comes Aspromonte now. Bob singled his first time up, also came around to score. Law now working from the stretch. Comes in there with a 1-4 pop out left side. It's Alley making the play. And there's 1 down. Now with the pitcher's spot coming up, 1 out. Durker a C bunter. Durker also a 6 with end power. He's going to swing away here. A lot of 5-6 right-handed. It's a fly ball into center, but playable. Matty Alou is there. And there's 2 down. Love that shirt, Perry. I've seen it. I don't have one. Kind of wish I did, I guess. Most of my favorite shows were in the 70s, I have to admit. In fact, to get off topic for a minute, a lot of these old bands that I've seen in recent times, for the most part, I've been disappointed in. I really get the feeling that they're just phoning it in to make a few bucks, and that doesn't sit well with me. Here's Morgan, 2 down runner at first. Law trying to get out of this inning now. From the stretch on a 1-11, Morgan bangs a base hit into right field. Bateman rounding, but he's slow. 9-11 and Clemente in right field. That makes him 1 through 6. No thank you. He will stay at second. So it'll be up to Sonny Jackson, tying run at second. Jackson 1 for 2. Vern Law trying to get out of the jam now. Checks the runners. Pitch to Jackson on a 2-4 is a high fly ball to deep right field. Remember, he almost got one out in the first at bat, and Clemente at the wall. It is gone. He's a weak, but on his card on a 2-4, 1 through 11, he throws the 2. And how about that? It's a 3-run home run for Sonny Jackson. And I'm going to take a look here. I'd have to guess that's his first home run. Let's see. Nope, it's his second. 3 big ribeye steaks for Sonny Jackson. That gives Sonny 5 RBIs in this ball game. And that gives the Astros a 5-3 lead. That's going to get him stirring in the Pittsburgh pen. They do not have a left-hander down there. Looks like the righty Pete Mickelson throwing. Let me check their computer-only cards. They've got Perky, Bob Perky, another righty. Okay, so here's Jimmy Wynn 0 for 2. Law's staying in, at least for now. The pitch to Wynn is a 3-6 right-handed. He struck him out, called strike 3. But too little too late, as it follows a 3-run blast by Sonny Jackson. For the Astros, 3 runs, 3 hits, nobody left on. After 5 innings, they lead it 5-3. Kind of like the Cubs, it's been a tale of 3 seasons so far for the Astros. Remember, they started off red hot. Then they went into a slump for a while, and they've picked it up again of late. They've really been on an offensive tear. That brings us to the 6th inning. It'll be Clemente, Mazeroski, and Pagliarone for Pittsburgh. For Durker, his first inning of potential fatigue, he's a 6. Clemente 0 for 2 today. Durker into the windup. A 111 righty. Clemente promptly lines a sharply hit single into left. Leadoff single for Roberto. Roberto, the rally starter. Oh yeah, we've seen it a couple of times so far. Mazeroski steps in. Pagliarone on deck. Maz 1 for 2 today. Durker checks the runner. Now it's a 5-5 swung on and missed, strike 3. And let's add him up now. That's 2, 3, 4, 5. That's strikeout number 6 for Durker. First out of the inning. And here's Pagliarone. Jim 0 for 2. Why not, Dave? Keep it going. The pitch from Durker is a 5-7 grounder to second base X. That's going to be Morgan. This could be 2. Morgan a 3E30. The roll on the play on a 17. He has it, but his only play is to first as Clemente advances to second. And here's Bob Bailey now. Bailey 0 for 2. Durker checks the runner. Now it comes to the plate 1-7, a double to 3, but on a 19, that's going to hang up in center for Jimmy Wynn, who squeezes it, and that will do it for the Bucks in the 6th. No runs, a hit, 1 left on. And out comes Vern Law for what's very likely to be his final inning of work, as he's due to lead off the 7th. Rated 7 for endurance. Doesn't look like he's going to get that far today. How does that one work out, Dave? What's the success rate on that? Dave says his other time-honored tradition is of rooting for the team with the most Ohio State players. I tell you, I've heard of worse systems of picking a game, that's for sure. You're talking about a sales tax, right, Frank? Tax on goods only. All right, back to the game. Gentile, Staub, and May, 3 left-handed batters due here in the bottom of the 6th. Jim 0 for 2 so far. Law gets the sign. That's a 6'10 left-handed. He lifts it the other way into left field. Moda is there and makes the easy play, 1 down. That's going to bring up Legrand Orange now. He's 0 for 2, bounced to second both times up today. Law's pitch on a 5-11 lefty. He bangs a base hit into right field. So Staub with his first hit of the day. 7th hit off of Law. Staub not a threat to run, and the batter will be Lee May. May has bounced to first both times today. Law checks the runner, now working from the stretch on a 3-6. That is going to be a 2-star single for May, and Staub goes all the way to third. Five to 3 ball game. That's going to send Pagliarone out to the mound. In fact, here comes Harry Walker as well, the manager. Mickelson is ready. If they bring him in now, that would probably necessitate a double switch. May not held at 11. He's not a star stealer. Bateman the batter. Aspromani to follow. They're going to leave Law in, at least for now. Bateman's 2 for 2 today. Walker would really like Law to finish this inning. Let's look at Bateman's card against righties. A lot of ground ball A's there. They're going to play at double play depth. Law trying to coax a ground ball out of Bateman. Here's the pitch on a 4-8. Nope, it's a single 2 stars. And that'll drive in another run, makes the score 6-3. Staub scores. May to third. And now here comes Walker back out again, and that's going to do it. So they gave Law as much rope as they could. But 3 consecutive singles send Law to the showers. Let's see what we can do for a double switch here. Bailey. They're going to double switch with Andre Rogers. Will come in and play third. He'll go in the pitcher's spot. Pitcher will go in Bailey's spot. Rogers a 4-16 at third, 11 runner. Mickelson goes in the 8 spot. Mickelson gets loose. Let's take a look at his numbers. Pete's been in 17 games, 1-1 with 2 saves, 3.08. Been one of the better relievers for Pittsburgh this season so far. Looking at Aspromani's card now. Also a lot of ground ball A's. They're going to keep the infield back. Still trying to get that double play to get out of the inning. Mickelson gets his sign. That's going to be a 1-4 pop out left side. Gene Alley will take it. And that's out number 2. The pitcher coming up. Mickelson trying to use Durker as the out man here to get out of this inning. It's 6-3 Houston. Nicholson's pitch to Durker on a 5-9 right-handed as a grounder to short X. That's Alley. 2E17. Here's the play. On a 4, he makes a diving stop to his feet. Throws across in time. Oh my goodness, that saved a run. What a play by Gene Alley. 6-3X. That's going to go down as a web gem. And the side is retired. The Astros get a run on 3 hits. They leave a pair. After 6 complete, they lead at 6-3. The Astros going for the unlikely sweep of the Pirates. Still plenty of ball game left for Pittsburgh. Durker in his second endurance inning as we go to the 7th. And it'll be Rogers to start it off. He came in that double switch. Let's take a look at Andre's numbers. 318, he's 7 for 22. Does not have an extra base hit. Durker into the windup. That's a 4-9 righty. It's a high fly ball to left. That's going to be over May's head for extra bases. Rogers in standing with a leadoff double. Okay. Meeting on the mound is broken up. Matty Alou stands in from the left side. He's 0 for 3 today. And that's going to get him scurrying around in the Houston pen, the very maligned Houston pen. Jim Owens throwing down there. Durker into the windup. The pitch to Matty Alou's a 6-9 left-handed. That's a double to 5, but on the 10, that's going to hang up in center for Wynn, who makes the grab, and the runner will hold. Gene Alley will be the hitter now. Gene 1 for 3 today. Durker checks the runner. Pitch to Alley on a 4-2 righty. Fly to center. It's Wynn. Barely has to move for this one. Waiting for it to come down and gloves it for out number 2. And here's Moda. Moda, a home run and a double today, 2 for 3. Driven in 2 of the 3 Pirate runs so far. Durker checks the runner. The pitch to Moda is a 3-10. Fly ball the other way into right, drifting over his Staub. And that'll wrap up the top of the 7th. The Pirates, with no runs a hit, they leave him in. As we stretch, it's 6-3 Houston. This will be a good time for me to get another cup of coffee. And also, we can take a look at the Mookie cam. So here we go. I have to readjust this tripod. He's easily to be found today as he's napping on his cat bed. What's up there, Mookie? Not a care in the world. I'll tell you something, guys. If there's such a thing as reincarnation, in my next life, I want to come back as a cat in a nice house. All right. I've got my cup. Pete Mickelson will come back out and face the top of the Houston lineup. Yeah, he's coming up on 10 months. Joe Morgan will start it off. He's 1 for 3 today. Mickelson gets the sign from Pagliarone. Here's the windup on the pitch on a 1-5. He loses him, ball 4. Morgan with his first walk of the game. Not all that surprising, is it? For Joe Morgan now, he has 42 walks. I believe that leads the league. Morgan, a star 15, will be held at 13. And here's Jackson now. Jackson in a bunting situation, but with a single, a homer, and 5 RBIs, how can you? Sonny will swing away from the stretch. The pitch is a 4-5 left-handed fly ball to straightaway center. Alou there. And he one-hands it for the out. Or I could come back as Harold Richmond's grandson and take over the Strat-O-Matic company. Maybe great-grandson. Hell, I don't know. Sometimes I just think weird thoughts. All right, here's a win. Runner on first, 1 out. Jimmy 0 for 3 today. Mickelson set. That's a 1-6 right-handed. That is a high fly ball to deep left field. And back goes Moda at the wall. Gone. Forget about it. The toy cannon strikes again with a cannon shot to left. And that blows this game open. 8-3 for Jimmy. Home run number 12 on the year. He's now 3rd in the National League in home runs. RBIs number 44 and 45. How about Jimmy Wynn for the Hall of Fame? I read a good article on that a while back. The guy made some really good points. Pitchers era, extreme pitchers park. Okay, 1 down. Here's Gentile. Mickelson with the pitch. That's a 3-3 righty, and he bangs a base hit into right. Mickelson 3 for endurance, so that's not an issue, but he's getting hit around here. The Pirates, remember, though, coming off of a doubleheader on the 28th, these two clubs. They could use McBean for an out or two. It's pretty much face or the computer-only Bob Perky. Mickelson would still seem by far the best option here. What the Pirates really need is a left-hander in the pen. They do have one sometimes, Woody Fryman. But he started one of the games of the doubleheader, so he's not available either. Here's Staub, 1 for 3. Can I don't know, Frank. I haven't decided on that one yet. That has some problems. I'd kind of like to do it. But it's also logistically problematic. And I mean, you know, getting all the cards out of all these teams and then putting them back where they belong. I suppose by that time, most of the trading will be done, so at least the players will be on the cards. They'll be on the teams that it says on their cards, right? Mickelson pitching to Staub, runner at first, 6-2. He walks him. So Mickelson really imploding here in the 7th. He's only still out there due to the quality of his card and the lack of options. Anybody else, any thoughts on an all-star game? Here's Lee May, 1 for 3. Mickelson trying to coax a double play ball now. Crystalese a 6-3, grounded to the pitcher X. That could be it. He's a 2E12. Mickelson a 2E12. Here's the play on an 11 E-range, but it's a roll of a 3. That's no good. That's going to be an error on Mickelson, and the bases are loaded. The third pitcher error of the day, the first for the Pirates. And that loads them up. Here's Bateman now. It's the collating that scares the shit out of me, Ben. John Bateman is 3 for 3 today. A double and 2 singles. Pagliarone out to the mound. Alley and Mazeroski come in. Here comes Harry Walker again. Mickelson came on in the 6th, got 2 quick outs, but the 7th he opened with a walk, and then after an out, home run, single, walk, and an error. The error his own, of course. Two runs in. It's 8-3. Al McBean starts to throw. He is joined by Bob Perky. So if it gets way out of hand, they may need Perky just to suck up some innings. Okay, bases full. Infield back. The pitch to Bateman on a 5-7, a grounder to second base X. This should be 2. That's the great Mazeroski, a 1E8. Here's the roll on a 1. Diving stop behind the bag. From the glove, shovels to Alley. Steps on second. Throws to first. Double play. Oh my God, what a play by Mazeroski. That saved 2 runs. 4, 6, 3, X. Double exclamation. Bill Mazeroski showing off the Gold Glove defense. Houston gets 2, however, on the 2-run blast by the toy cannon. And it is now 8-3 after 7. Yes, sir, Franklin. 3 errors, all by the pitchers. 2 by Durker, and now 1 by Mickelson. And we go to the 8th. Durker still out there. Now in his 3rd endurance inning. It'll be Stargell, Clemente, and Mazeroski. Stargell struck out all 3 times so far against Durker. Durker gets his sign from Bateman. Here's the pitch to Stargell on a 2-5. Base hit into right field. And Stargell finally solves Durker with a leadoff single. And now Owens sits down, and the closer, Claude Rameau, begins to toss. Here's Clemente, 1 for 3. Durker from the stretch. Pitch to Roberto is a 4-9 right-handed. That is a high fly ball to left. That's over Lee May's head. That was going to roll to the wall for extra bases. Stargell rounding at 3rd. 12 plus 1, 13, trailing by 4. They're going to play it safe and hold him up there at 3rd. Single and a double to start the 8th, and now 1 more hitter walk will knock Durker out. And there will be Mazeroski to bat, Pagliarone on deck. Maz is 1 for 3 today. How is Houston going to play it? With a big lead, they're going to play back. Durker battling now. First pitch outside. He appears to be tiring here in the 8th. Now gets the ball. Sign from Bateman. Pitch to Maz is a 1-6. Single, 2 stars. That'll play to pair. Stargell scores. Clemente right behind him. It's a 2-run single for Bill Mazeroski. And suddenly it's an 8-5 game. That fatigues Durker. Here comes Grady Hatton. And that's going to do it for Durker. Durker was pitching a fine game. He just ran out of gas here in the 8th. 3 consecutive hits off of Durker. Claude Raymond jogging in. Durker in 7+. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 hits. Just 1 walk. 6 strikeouts. We can close the book on Vance Law. Sorry, Vern Law, wrong Law. Said Vance, it should be Vern Law. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hits. Six runs. No walks. 2 strikeouts. Raymond, the stopper of the Houston Pen, he has 8 of their 9 saves, but it's never been easy for Claude with a 6.84 ERA so far. Boy, wouldn't they love to have Billy Wagner, Frank? Mazeroski at first. Top of the 8th. 8-5 Houston. Jim Pagliarone at the plate. He's 0 for 3. The pitch from Claude Raymond is a 2-3 fly ball to deep left field. May backing up. Just shy of the track, pulls it in. That's the first out of the inning. And that's going to bring up Mickelson. So we'll have a hitter for Mickelson. Andre Rogers to follow. Face joins McBean in the Pittsburgh Pen. So that will depend largely on how many runs they score this inning. And the batter will be Don Clendenin. Clendenin batting .302 on the year, 9 home runs, 29 RBIs. Runner at first, 1 away. Clendenin standing in from the right side. Raymond from the stretch. 4-7, single on a 1. That liner is speared by a leaping Jackson at short on a 15. And it will be up to Rogers now. Rogers doubled in his only time up. Ramo gets the sign. The pitch to Rogers on a 4-7. Same thing. Single one, liner to short, speared by Jackson. Ramo never makes it look easy, does he? The Pirates settle for 2 on 3 hits and leave 1. We go to the bottom of the 8th in an 8-5 ball game. Houston has right. 2 lefties and another righty. They're going to go to McBean. So Al McBean will come on for Pittsburgh, their 3rd pitcher of the day. He's been one of their better relievers, 1-0 with a 2.91. Mickelson worked 1 2/3. Gave up 2 hits, 2 runs. Walked 2. Did not have a strikeout. We can close the book on Dierker now. All 5 runs charged to Larry. 4 earned. I want to thank everybody for watching today. Good crowd on a Monday. McBean will be facing Strat-O-Matic, the pitcher's spot, and Joe Morgan. McBean gets the sign now. Here's the pitch to Bob on a 2-2 righty. Liner right into the glove of Mazeroski. One down. And Ramo will hit. He's a one-hitter's card. Right-handed batter. The pitch on a 1-6 struck him out. Two down, and Little Joe steps to the plate. Morgan 1 for 3 with a walk. McBean gets the sign now. The pitch on a 2-5 bangs the base hit the other way into left field. Second hit of the day for Joe Morgan. McBean with a fine of -3 holds, so Morgan a 12 not held. They won't hold him. And the batter will be Sonny Jackson, 2 for 4 today, 5 runs batted in. McBean, the windup, the pitch, 6-6 lefty, swung on and missed, strike 3. And that will do it for Houston in the 8th. No runs to hit, 1 left. We go to the 9th. It is 8-5, Houston. Let's check the Houston defense now. I'm not seeing a whole lot we could do. We could pull Lee May, I suppose, a 4 in left. And replace him with Dave Nicholson. Slight improvement there. Nicholson appeared in this game in real life, so he's going to appear here. 3-11 -1. And Ramo to the 9th. Is this a save situation? I'm not sure it is. It was 8-5. Runner on, he came in. Tying run on deck, it is. So Claude Rameau trying to earn his 9th save. And you regulars know it's never automatic with Claude. And there's Trent Smith. Long time no see. Welcome, Trent. Top of the order for Pittsburgh. Matty Alou will start it off. He's 0 for 4 today. Claude into the windup. That's a 110 right-handed, and he bangs a base hit into right. So the Pirates not laying down. Rameau with that -4 hold, however. Alou 11 not held. And here's team leader in batting, Gene Alley. Yes, it is, Jeremiah. Rameau from the stretch. It's a 5-8 righty. Ground ball to third, hard hit. It's Aspromani. He goes down to Morgan for 1. On to Gentile, double play. Let's double check that. 5-8 right-handed, sure enough. It's a 5-4-3 double play, and the Pirates down to their last out. I think it was, wasn't it, Ben? 2 runs were in, so it was 8-5. Maz at first. Pagliarone at the plate. So the on deck would have been the tying run. Anyway, here we go. Moda 2 for 4. Homer and a double. Rameau 3-7. Grounder to short. Jackson to Gentile. And the ball game is over. And the Houston Astros sweep a 4-game series from the Pirates. Now, how many people would have predicted that going into this series? Not me. Rameau does get the save. Of course, the Strat-O-Matic computer game will have the final say on that, but I'm fairly certain he does. That's number 9 for Rameau. Durker with the win improves to 3-2. Sonny Jackson with his 5 RBIs. Yeah, I think so, Mike. Player of the game, Sonny Jackson. 2-run single, 3-run homer. Let's total it up now. McBean an inning. 1 hit, 2 strikeouts. Houston in the win, 8 runs, 12 hits, 2 errors, both by Durker. Pirates, 5 runs, 10 hits, 1 error. And I should point out, Ben, and everyone, that actually in 1966, that was not the save rule. But since I'm using the Strat-O-Matic Windows version to keep my stats, I'm pretty much at the mercy of what they decide, and they're using the rules that were established in 1969. Thank you everybody for watching. It was a good game today. Let's see what's on tap for tomorrow before I get out of here. Tomorrow I'll have the Baltimore Orioles at the Kansas City Athletics. So you've got a couple of young right-handers on the mound who show a lot of promise. Jim Palmer for the Orioles and Catfish Hunter for the Athletics. That, to me, sounds like can't miss baseball. So see you all here at 1:30 Pacific, 4:30 Eastern for that one. I'm going to grab some food and wish you all a very pleasant good evening. Thanks again, everybody. Take care.